Hey painters, hey homeowners. This is me priming for a pretty sizable cabinets job. I'm going around. This section was all black, and now I've primed it with this shellac-based primer. I always go through first and sand using TSP and a spray bottle. So I take this and I go through its TSP in water, and I take some waterproof sandpaper, very fine grit, and I spray, and then I clean up after myself as I go with paper towels. So the idea being that I don't make a ton of dust for the customer. And then I go around, and this is like day 2 after I've removed all of the doors and drawers. This entryway was all raw wood, and so I removed all the doors and drawers, drawer faces, brought them home, and this is an example of a $3,800 or $3,900 job, all paint included, and that's based on the multiple of, I think I had $55, maybe $60 a door, based on how much raw prep work there was on the entryway. So close to $4,000 for this job. It's a 2-week job, and I go around. I even prep and prime up here, all around. I protect walls with tape. Actually, my son comes and helps me out sometimes, and he's really good. He's getting really good. This is 2021. He's starting to help me take doors and drawers off. And then at home, see, these are the quick releases, which is such a blessing. You come into a house and they have quick releases on all the doors and drawers. That makes it a lot easier. Now here's a tip for painting all these quick release doors and drawers. So in the case of this door that was on here, I actually removed each of the fasteners because I'm painting the insides. I don't always paint the insides, but in this entryway I'm painting all the insides. I actually removed and I labeled. So that says AT, that means A, that's the door A, and top. So this one I know goes there. I kind of learned the hard way that it's not enough just to keep hardware with each door. You actually need to know where on the door it was, because there's micro adjustments on these guys. So, and it's already been adjusted by the carpenter, whoever put it in. So that's, I guess, the tip is to sand using TSP and use, or whatever you have. I use TSP and water, spray it with a fine mist, and then I sand it by hand. And then once it's dry, then I roll shellac-based primer on. This is Bin shellac-based primer, which I think is superior to the shellac-based primer that I found at Sherwin-Williams for sale. This stuff won't come off. I think it's superior to the stuff at Sherwin-Williams, whatever their mix is. And it also doesn't smell as bad. Sherwin-Williams smells a little bit like glue. So I like this. It's alcohol-based. It's this stuff. Maybe you can recognize when you go to the store to get this stuff. This is going to take about a gallon to do all these because there's so much raw wood just soaking it up. And then I go through and I give a light sanding again just to make sure there's no bumps before I spray and roll on the Advance Benjamin Moore paint. So that's the idea. This is a video for any interested customers or painters out there looking to enter the niche of painting cabinets. So as you can see, I go through. This stone is quite dear to the homeowners. So I went around. My son actually went around and taped the bottoms of the stone. Nobody will ever see it, right? But it matters to me. Just you're getting paid to do quality work, and that includes putting numbers on everything. That means pulling it all out methodically and efficiently, and everything gets a number, everything gets its own little bag, And in this case, this was a $60 door job, mostly because of all this rawness in here and these inner cavities that I'm doing. Most people just want the outer cavities, but there's a lot of exposed areas up here. There's no doors up here, so to keep it consistent, we decided to paint the insides as well. So it got a little pricier. And also, let's see, that's what made it pricier. And then there's some other major detail here I'm forgetting. But 60 rather than 50 was the price. I think, I know why. It's because I'm also drilling. All of the hardware is going to get, all the handles are getting drilled. There's no holes yet. So that's incredibly time consuming at home in the shop. So that warrants the $60 a door price. It's 2021. That's working for me now. If you're watching this and it's like 3 years later, you know, maybe my prices have changed. I'm realizing now there's people watching my videos from a couple years ago. Just can't believe, I mean, there's been inflation since then. So, yeah, 2021, $60 each. I spray with a Graco at home, but I also do rolling. I roll the paint on. It just depends. And I'll do another video of that process at home. So anyway, it's Anish. Hope this helps. Take care.